When you feel like procrastinating, it's really, really uncomfortable to step out of that, even though you know subconsciously that you need to be doing that work. Speaking from 17 years of life experience, 4 of which I've been working out consistently or going to the gym.
Come on, harder.
I feel like because I've achieved the goal that I wanted for a long period of time, I might be able to learn something and extract some wisdom from that experience, which I can apply to other goals that I have in the future. Bigger goals, personal growth, that kind of stuff. And if there's actually something useful that I can learn from that, in some kind of self-reflection, that can make something click and be like, that's what I need to do to achieve success. Okay, number 1, how you can guarantee success. This is going to sound quite simple, but if you work hard consistently, you will become successful. Whether that's like growing a business or a personal brand, if that's studying, or even working out, but like, if you can apply yourself as soon as you have that goal in your mind, and I'm not saying don't learn about it first or gain some knowledge about it, but don't procrastinate by watching loads of videos about how to do that thing before you start doing it. You need to have a basic understanding of what you're doing and evaluate it before you start. But start working hard towards that thing. Do use what you know already to work hard towards it. Because I'm pretty sure you already know what you need to do, but you're just procrastinating and leaving it for another month, another year. Because you think, I need to know exactly what I'm doing before I start. But if you hadn't left it that month or that year could have been a month or a year of progress. So start taking action. Start thinking about how you can work as hard as you can and overcome that procrastination. And even I still struggle with procrastination. I still have days when I feel like doing nothing at all. But I pick up my camera, I film, I say I'm going to do another 2.5 hours of deep work, or 2 hours of deep work. I do some study, even though I have zero motivation. Because I know that if I can work hard, consistently, as many days as possible, I will make significant progress. My second point is, you don't need to know exactly what you're doing. When you start out at the gym, you don't know how much rest is optimal between sets, you don't know how many reps you should be doing, you don't know which muscle groups are best worked together, you don't know about lots of different little techniques in your form that you need to adjust. But you still go and do those squats, you still go and do that bench press. And you start to see progress after like 2 months, you might start to see muscle being built. And I think with other areas of life, like making passive income, you might not see those results straight away, especially if you're doing it right. If you're not just going after one of those make money quick schemes and you're actually working hard each day towards something, towards building a business, a YouTube channel maybe. It might take years before you actually start seeing some progress. But continue to learn as you go along, rather than putting all of your time into learning about it before you actually start. Before I started this YouTube channel, I watched loads of videos about how to make good videos. And even then, my first videos was terrible. The colour was really off, it was really dim, almost looked black and white. The angles weren't great, I didn't know how to frame shots, that kind of stuff. And I continued learning as I went along. So you don't need to know exactly what you're doing from the start. But now 16 videos in, I can see lots of progress, and I can see how I can continue improving my videos because of what I've already learned. So don't expect to become a master of your craft as soon as you start. Improve your skills over time, and continue to master them. Focus on what you can do at that moment, which will improve it, and then work on that. Number 3, embrace discomfort and push your limits. Every single gym session, I try to put in 110%. My muscles are really sore the next day and the day after that. Right now my legs are aching from leg day a couple days ago. And it's not comfortable. But I'm actually starting to see progress, starting to see definition. And I think I can apply that to anything else in life. When you feel like procrastinating, it's really, really uncomfortable to step out of that. Even though you know subconsciously that you need to be doing that work, it is really uncomfortable to stand up and get on with some work. Maybe that's some revision, maybe that's some study. Anything else that you want to work towards. Going for a run, doing some cardio. Whatever it is that you feel like you really don't want to do. Embrace the discomfort. Imagine how much stronger you'd become if every time you felt like procrastinating, you just pushed through it, pushed your limits, and went and did some work. Over months, you would have made progress towards that goal. And you probably would have reduced the amount of time that you would have wasted procrastinating, because it just became a habit that when you feel like that, you just go and do some work. That's going to make you a much stronger person. One thing that I've noticed over the past 4 or 5 months on this self-improvement journey that I've documented on YouTube. I did actually start it before I started the YouTube channel, but I started documenting it about 4 or 5 months ago. And I've seen the most progress come from my mindset and how I approach different challenges. And I actually have learned to push my limits when it comes to procrastination, going to the gym, doing things that are actually productive. And the growth that has come from that has actually, I can tell you, has actually made my brain work much more productively and start to see things as a challenge, as like a video game that I've got to get to the next level. And I can actually get happiness from knowing that I'm doing the right thing, working towards something that my future self will be thankful for. Thank you so much for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I'll see you next week.